It's a nice like 80 degrees or so outside, something in that range. But it feels cold in here, and honestly, I don't know why, because it doesn't need to feel the way it does in here. That's why I made my coffee, because it's a little too chilly. Hey, well, welcome on back, everyone, to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful one out there. Don't know what I just said really right there. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and dive into some Arc of a Diver. We're going to listen to this track, While You See a Chance. This is off of aforementioned album, which was released in 1981. 1981, recorded in 1980. Anyways, Steve Winwood, Traffic, many other projects. We've listened to a little bit from him, and several of you had suggested this album, possibly this track as well, but I just searched for the album in the comments, and some of you had mentioned this. Would be AK, Hippo, YNYR, The Real BVW, excuse me, Sal Salzman, Kunan, and Jerry Petrillo. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. I would imagine with Steve Winwood, it's always going to be a win in our books, but we'll find out how that measures up. Let's go and listen to the first track. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. Fun little synthy sound. Oh, that's smooth. That goes down really smooth. I like this come down with the percussion. When some cold tomorrow finds you, when some sad old dream reminds you how the endless road unwinds you, while you see such a motivational song with a lot of undercurrent of synth and keys and organs. That's definitely a very motivational kind of song. Synthy, symphonic kind of touches as well too. It's like a sax synth kind of sound, like emulating a horn. riding that roller coaster as well. Getting a lot of work out of that synth though. He's getting a lot of work out of that thing. This opening track is definitely a much smoother course, a much smoother, poppier sound to an extent, and much more like, I guess, very 80s kind of sound compared to, you know, where I'm kind of thinking of Steve Winwood and Traffic and bands like that. And let me bring you guys up here real quick. Steve's handling everything. Everything you hear is Steve, which, regardless of if you like the song or not, I always think that that's so impressive how he's handling everything. Every single instrument, every single sound, he's doing it. And for it to come across in a song like this, which, yeah, no one's doubting Steve's talents, but when it comes across in a song like this, where you can hear all those details, I think that's worth at least a mention and worth at least 1 ounce of kudos on its own, whether you like the song or not. Now, the song, to me, is that very 80s motivational. You could play this during a movie montage of, like, a training montage of the main character, like, gaining inspiration, falling down, getting back up, going through hardships, getting back up, and eventually succeeding and getting to the top of that particular hill that they've attempted to climb for so long. I think that this song fits in that so well. I think that Winwood's keys, organ, the synth is so beautifully layered in here. It feels nice. I love that, I say the sax synth sound. But you know that main melody that comes in the beginning and then at the end there with that saxy kind of tone? You can't tell me that doesn't sound like a saxophone. You can't tell me that it kind of sounds like it's blowing air there. And I think that that's a cool sound. It's kind of one of those dated sounds in the sense of you can tell what era it comes from, but I also think that it just sounds to me so satisfying. It sounds cool. It sounds a little squonky. That. Anyways, I think that this is a big song. It has those synthy symphonic touches to it, and it feels really good. I will admit, however, that I do, maybe it's because I'm thinking of Traffic and I'm like wondering, okay, what's Steve going to do on his own? I do feel like the sound is just a little bit too clean. Like, I would love to hear a little bit more, like, for example, guitar in there instead of maybe take one synth out, put a guitar solo in, or just something to give it a little bit, just a little bit of edge. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. But it's a very minor criticism. Let's dive into these lyrics here. Stand up in a clear blue morning until you see what can be. Alone in a cold day dawning, are you still free? Can you be? When some cold tomorrow finds you, when some sad old dream reminds you how the endless road unwinds you. While you see a chance, take it. Find romance, fake it, because it's all on you. If you see an opportunity, take it. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Don't you know by now no one gives you anything? And don't you wonder how you keep on moving? One more day your way, your way. No one's going to guide you. No one's going to walk the walk for you. No one's going to drive the road for you. You got to drive it on your own. No one's going to tell you which course to take. You got to make your course. When there's no one left to leave you, even you don't quite believe you. That's when nothing can deceive you. Like only you and only others can deceive you. Stay true to your course. And that gray old wind is blowing and there's nothing left worth knowing, and it's time you should be going. And you see a chance, take it. You got to take that chance. Looking at the information on this particular track, it says that it peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 81 and number 68 on the Top 181 as well. The song was a bigger hit in Canada, where it peaked at number 3, also hitting number 45 in the UK. Says it was co-written with Will Jennings, who came up with the song's lyrics. Jennings did not discuss the song's lyrical subject matter with Winwood, who nonetheless decided that the song was suitable to the record. He said that he learned about discipline from Will. He just came up with the lyrics and it was right for me, right for him, right for the song. Listen, if it's right for him, right for you, right for the song, what else is there? While the song was being mixed, Nobby Clark, who served as an engineer for the recording sessions, accidentally deleted the drum tracks by hitting the record feature on the mixing console. Attempts to fully restore the drums were unsuccessful, so Winwood took a mini Moog solo that he had played at the end of the song and repurposed it for the intro. Do you think for the rest of that recording session they said, don't be a knobby? Like, don't mess up something during the recording. Don't be a knobby. According to Clark, Winwood determined that the solo would be a perfect way to open the song. Clark stated that the disaster turned into something really memorable. It had been a terrible 2 weeks trying to patch things up, and we ended with pure magic. And there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. You can support the channel and what I do on Patreon. Thank you as always for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.